What happens when a country with one of the poorest healthcare systems in the world also becomes a hotspot for a global pandemic? In April 2021, India started seeing an explosion of COVID 19 cases. Daily cases were in the hundreds of thousands, including thousands of deaths that never seemed to end. This was India's second wave, which was later found to be caused by the Delta variant of the COVID strains. Almost overnight, our healthcare system collapsed, and patients were left with no critical resources such as oxygen and hospital beds. Cases only continued to explode each day, leaving the government scrambling for a semblance of a response. I'm Vensi Krishna. I'm a lawyer by training, and I work as a no-code operator. Earlier this year, I watched my community as it suffered the worst of COVID and stood helpless as we witnessed our healthcare system crumble. When life-saving resources became scarce, I realized that I could put my no-code skills to use and quickly built an app to connect people in need with oxygen, medicines, food, and hospital beds. This little app that I built quickly went viral, connecting thousands of users with critical care, mobilizing a task force of 100 volunteers, and gained the partnership of the government and recognition from the United Nations. This is the story of India's COVID surge in 2021 and how a team with no technical training built an app that served hundreds of thousands of people in need, all while working remotely and asynchronously. Not just that, we also trained teams in countless towns to launch their own community level solutions using no code. In my talk, I want to focus on three themes. First, I will talk to you about building with no code. Next, I'll cover scaling with no code. And finally, I will tell you how to empower people with no code. First, let's talk about building with no code. On April 19th, I saw a number of Google Sheets that were doing the rounds on social media, listing the providers of critical resources like medicines and oxygen cylinders. My mom had fallen sick with the virus, and therefore I was already familiar with the dwindling supply of hospital beds and critical care. But what I was not prepared for was to see the healthcare system totally collapse across all parts of my country almost overnight. When I saw the Google Sheets on April 19th, I remembered coming across a no-code tool that created apps using just Google Sheets. Looking at one of the Google Sheets, I realized that users needed more than just a spreadsheet to get the help that they needed. They needed an app that would categorize data, offer communication options, and would update in real time. So I went ahead and duplicated a Google Sheet, cleaned up the data, and connected it to Glide, a no-code platform that is simple while also powerful. It was easy, fast, and accessible to learn and set up the app quickly. It was also affordable to set it up, and I did not need a team to launch it. From idea to launch, the first version of the app only took 2 hours to build. As a non-technical founder, I could never have built this without no code. And if I were a coder, I couldn't have built this in 2 hours. Why use a no-code tool during a crisis? The beauty of no-code is that it works for coders and non-coders alike. If you want to launch your idea quickly, gain user feedback, and iterate, no-code is the best solution. I had never used Glide before, but was still able to quickly spin up an app using Glide. It only took 3 steps to launch. I first designed the app, I bought a domain for easy user access, and set up an analytics tracker so I could understand where user demand was the highest. It took me 2 hours from ideas conceptualization to launch the first version of the app. So, what does no-code do for a team? Teams working with no-code are empowered and independent and fast. They are self-reliant and do not have to wait for a developer to implement any new ideas. They're empowered to identify problems and also to solve them while also launching their own experiments. This is where no-code helped us the most. I could train my team quickly to take ownership of different parts of the app. I had a non-technical team, but spanning diverse backgrounds, and each of them added their own important perspective to all the work that we were doing. With very little time spent on the tech side of things, we were able to focus on the rest of the operation running smoothly to serve 400,000 users. Now, let's look at scaling with no code. Are no code apps scalable? Within just a few hours of launch, we had over 10,000 users on the app. It was terrifying to know that so many people were relying on a solution that I built during a national emergency. But I was also grateful to have the tools to jump into action at a time of need for my community. So when I saw the numbers on the dashboard, I was initially worried that the app might break or that some parts of it might not work as planned. But over the next few days, the app reached hundreds of thousands of more people, and not one user complained about the user experience or about the app breaking. By day 3, we were on the front page of a national newspaper, and that spiked traffic with over 5,000 users a second. But it continued to work well for each user and across all kinds of devices. To the naysayers who doubt no-code's ability to scale, I say this: no-code is powerful if you just give it a chance. Now, let's talk about scaling the team that is working on a no-code app with no-code tools. No-code helps you scale a team right from sourcing applications, screening, onboarding, and training. To hire the right people for our team, we relied on no-code. We used a Google form and an Airtable base to accept volunteer applications. Next, we had to select and screen across hundreds of applications, and we used no-code again, this time using Zapier and Airtable automations. Now, let's talk about working remotely and asynchronously with no-code. How do you all work together in a way that maximizes everyone's contributions in the limited time that they can spend on the project? We used a Notion workspace for our headquarters, knowledge base, and documentation. New recruits had an asynchronous training program that they had to complete before starting their work with us. So right from sourcing new volunteers to scaling the team from just 3 to 100, no-code was at the root of all of our operations. Through my experience building this app and seeing how no-code helped thousands of people, I learned important lessons in how to empower people using no-code. First, I have to stress on the importance of documentation. No-code is all about democratization and the fact that everyone can be empowered to solve problems, that no one has to wait for someone to come and save them. At the heart of this idea is also a culture of extensive documentation. You want to empower everyone on your team to identify problems and also to solve them. So you also need to show them how to do this. My motto was simple: document everything that's done more than thrice, so it saves time later. In our Notion headquarters, everything that we worked on was documented and recorded for newer recruits to learn from and to avoid our previous mistakes. I also made extensive textual documentation and Loom videos. All of this enabled us to work completely remotely and asynchronously without any team meetings or Zoom calls. Next, let's talk about building in public and why I think it is at the heart of the no-code movement. No-code is democratizing access to software development to previously underserved groups. Now, documentation is important internally, but the logical extension of this idea is also a culture of building in public. This means openly sharing your knowledge and lessons with the world at large. This empowers community leaders and people with ideas inside your circles to come out and actually build solutions on their own. It encourages community-level solutions for global problems. So while building in public, you're also showing the way in public to how others can follow your example. Finally, I want to talk to you about the importance of teaching no-code. No-code is still at its nascent stage, and I believe that we're still witnessing the beginning of its explosion now. Empowering people to build with no-code means that current no-code leaders also have a responsibility to teach no-code and encourage a culture of building. Local problems demand local solutions. My city needed an app that could be updated by a small team in real time. When we went viral, thousands of people asked us to scale to other cities. But I knew that the best way to provide help was by empowering leaders to step up for their communities. So I responded by sharing all my documentation and templates for free. I also hosted a free training class for people from all over the country that was also attended by international builders who wanted to help their communities. After my workshop, hundreds of people responded in their communities by building apps that serve their people using no code. To summarize, why no code? Build with no code because it is affordable, accelerated, and accessible. Scale with no code because it makes it easy to build an impactful product and a diverse team. And finally, empower people with no code because it is the most powerful way I know to change the world. Thank you.